Moving on, Mahouka Koukou no Rettousei Season 3, and this was one of the anime I was actually on the fence about. I decided to watch it completely random, and I know there's been a movie and some OVAs or whatever in the meantime. I didn't watch any of those, so I jumped into this a bit dizzy. I didn't really remember what was going on or what the character relationships were. However, I just turned my brain off and looked at the pretty Japanese cartoons on screen, and I had a jolly old time. The character designs and magic in this show are so slick and so aesthetically pleasing that at some point I was just mesmerized just looking at my screen as they bombard me with information that I do not care about and will not make any effort to retain. If you ask me to summarize the story for this season, I'll be honest here, I don't really know what happened. I was just looking at Maya the whole time. Something about a puss boy with an attitude that gets humbled. Something about a school competition that gets hijacked by these parasite thingies, and it's obviously up to Oni-sama to go in there cosplaying as a Power Ranger and just one-shot these things. And then they use going after a bad guy as an excuse to have cute dates. I don't know. And allow me to say this, the story doesn't really matter, because the true plot are the female characters in this show, and get that lolly bullcrap out of here, give me some real women. Ay ay ay, mamacita, ow ow ow! Jokes aside, this definitely feels like a light novel adaptation. It is very dialogue dense, it has a lot of information going on, lots of factions, lots of schemes, a lot going on behind the scenes. But even if you are an anime only like me, and I'm assuming some content was cut from the light novels, I could still follow the story, and it was pretty entertaining. I had a decent time. Tatsuya as a character is so broken and overpowered that it's actually funny to see what ridiculous thing he's going to do next. He cannot be hurt, he heals immediately, he goes pew pew with that slim pistol of his and just erases people from existence. It's actually so nuts, it's entertaining. I will say this though, and I know that Mahouka fans will think this is blasphemy, but hear me out. I think this series would be better if Tatsuya was not the main character. He's strong, but his character is just so bland. His entire personality is being stronger and smarter than everybody else, and he's not even arrogant about it. He's quite humble, so he's literally the perfect person, and it gets a bit boring to watch. I think Tatsuya would be perfect in the Gojo type role, as in the secondary character that is overpowered and just comes wreck stuff up occasionally, and we could follow someone more interesting as the main character. But once again, this is just my opinion from having watched this season only and not even remembering the previous ones, so take it with a grain of salt. I really like this world. I think that the political intrigue behind the weaponization of magic is really interesting. The techno-magic theme is also super captivating. It's both visually appealing and interesting as a concept. However, Tatsuya, the main character, is just a walking deus ex machina that I know is going to solve every problem without breaking a sweat and makes it hard for me to care about anything that's happening on screen. And so I have to give this season of Mahouka C tier because it is decent. Also, for fans of Mahouka, if there is a spin-off where Maya is the main character, please contact me immediately. Asking for a friend.